Are you ready?
Yeah, or intro. Hi, everybody.
Oh, there you are. I was like, oh god, we've lost signal just as it was starting.
No. I switched cameras so I can go, hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. I'm your friendly neighborhood mad scientist. And I'm going to be building a computer. Come with me. Camera 2. Alright, how do we start this thing?
What I love is that when it swaps from camera to camera, it's got your Skype profile picture.
Yeah.
Which is that dreadful, sort of almost...
psychotic mugshot.
Yeah, like, you know, sort of on the news, wanted for...
Yeah.
You know.
It's famous. That picture has been used in most of the fucking interviews done with me.
Oh.
So, yeah,
nice.
That picture is all over the place. Right. I don't know who's watching.
At the moment, I am watching. But let's get started, because this is going to take a while.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's something I don't need to do. I was saying that it could be useful. No, I've just realized that my my mouse cursor is going out on stream. So I can poke your nose. I'm poking your nose! Okay, now I'm going to move that off that screen so that that's not happening.
You know the whole internet isn't watching, but they could.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. First step, let's...
Combination unboxing
yes.
build video. So
I would start with the case, to be perfectly honest.
Really?
Just because we'll do some setup stuff in the case and then put it to one side, and then that way once we get into, maybe also take that speaker away and put the Ryzen box there, because that's a little bit that's the new hotness.
Okay.
To be fair, Tomahawk Motherboard is making a few waves at the moment because people are getting some really good overclocks out of it, despite the fact that it's a relatively cheap one.
Oh, good.
So people are...
I can't see what I have to do to get the motherboard. To get the case close enough for me to actually use it. Because I'm wired in. It's on the other side of the room.
Well...
Okay, hang on. I can't hear you.
Okay.
And I'm back.
Hello. Yeah, so first thing we're going to have to do is get it out of that box.
Yeah. Handy tools.
Excellent.
It's also upside down.
Yeah, I've noticed. Why is it upside down?
It came out of the box that way.
Okay.
And when I noticed, I couldn't be bothered to take another photo.
Okay.
I thought it would look funny. This way, so.
No worries, I'm going to have to crop that photo anyway when it comes to the YouTube.
I don't mind that it's upside down. It's very much sort of
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I get that, but I just mean because when it's going as the thumbnail, it has to be 16 by 9.
Okay.
So I'll be sort of cutting a slice out of the middle with all the interesting bits in it.
Alright. I think it might have worked out why it was upside down. Oh, starting to get back in the box. Oh, for fuck's sake. This podcast.
Often what people do is they just turn the box upside down and shake the whole thing till it comes out.
Yeah, well.
Because this just looks painful.
Well, I should have opened it upside down.
Just so long as you don't drop it on anything else, it's the case itself is fairly sturdy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. This is going to sound terrible.
Yeah, that lovely polystyrene noise.
Damn it, it's caught on the handles of the cardboard box.
Oh yes, sorry, that's the thing. That always happens, and the first thing you should do is pop out the handles. I did know that.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm sorry. Okay, just on the subject of boxes, you need to keep keep the boxes to one side, because if anything needs to be RMA'd, they have to go back in their box. Sorry, I think I'm talking quite loudly because I'm hearing all the squeaking and squirming through my headphones.
There is, of course, the other fun little side factor of I seem to build up and store lots and lots and lots of static electricity.
Oh yeah, no, you're going to have to destatic yourself before touching any electronics. A good way of doing that is to wrap your hand around the radiator. Okay. Okay, yeah, just turn that thing upright rather than scratch the desk. Oh, dude! Don't do that first!
Why not?
Because that's the money shot! And you don't want to scratch the thing while you're working in it.
It's okay, that was the outside one.
Okay, but there's quite a nice scratch on your desk now. Sorry. Yeah, so turn it upright.
What do you mean?
The feet are pointing towards you. So put it on its feet, first off, because we're taking the sides off.
Oh.
Those are captured screws, so they won't come all the way out. They'll just detach from the main body of the case and then stay attached to the side panel, which is quite a nice feature because it means you don't lose the damn things. We've got someone here saying jolly unboxing hype in chat.
Hey, what's their name?
Smash
Come out.
Smash Shiv Berlin.
That's either going to be Michelle or Marco.
Hello, person. Yeah, but they are captured screws, so they don't have to come all the way out. They can just detach and then stay in there, or they should be. And someone called Rayathon151 is now following. Hello, Rayathon151.
Hi, everybody.
And I need to stop touching my face.
I should bring up chat.
It says it's Marco, but Michelle is right here with me.
Hello, guys.
Okay, so once you've got the screws out, you pull back on the side panel and it'll come loose. And you need to take both the front and back off. And I would lay them on your bed so that they don't get scratched.
Yeah, I've got a charger.
Okay.
Oh gosh, darn it.
And that is Marco following. Welcome, Marco.
I believe he actually used to watch us play video games sometimes, or at least watch the YouTube videos.
Oh, cool. Well, this will be going up on YouTube at some point. Depending on how we do here, it might make it to some of those greatest fail compilations.
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh, that was funny.
Goodness sake.
Dude, what's your problem?
Screw was being a dick.
Is it not coming out or not going in?
Coming out. Doesn't it know it's in Berlin? Coming out is totally the thing to do here.
Oh.
What?
No, it just refocused quite heavily on the side of your head.
Alright. They tell you to forget the cameras are ever there.
Yes. Yeah, these are the easiest screws of the whole lot because they're thumb screws.
There we go.
Yay!
Who wants to look inside my box?
Nice. I gotta say, I like the look of this case. I had hoped to have built in one by now because I've just bought one for myself. Okay. Let's start with the power supply. So you're turning it back upright because you're working in the bottom. Yeah. Dude, on its feet. That's sitting on its front.
Well,
Okay, no, it's fine. Unboxing.
unboxing. Oop.
I really like the Superflower power supplies. They're very good quality. And I just like, because there's like so much, some of the naming conventions with computer stuff is like very like hyper masculine. Like everything's called Dominator or Predator or Eclipse or,
Having recently spent a lot of time researching romance novels, I can tell you that it's not super masculine.
oh well. But yeah, this one's called a Superflower. And I just, and then it's got a giant picture of a butterfly on it.
To be fair, anyone who is an old school Mario fan understands the power of flowers.
Yes. And mushrooms.
And mushrooms. Both for good and evil. Ooh, screws.
Yeah, you'll need.
Good screw.
Yeah, there'll be 4 screws to go into the back. They should. I don't know if this one will have it, but a lot of times they'll have 2 sets.
Oh, we can send this to Loading Radio Run.
Oh, nice. Yeah, a lot of times they'll have 2 sets. They'll have a black set and a silver set, so you can match the back of your case. But
Does not seem to be the case in this case.
okay. I'd leave the cables twirled up for now. Yeah, you're getting it inside there, so from the other side and then sliding in sideways there. Apparently, it's one of the trickier parts is getting the power supply in, just because there's not a lot of space to work with.
I distinctly remember saying I don't want to get a small case because I want space.
No, it's not. This isn't a small case. It's just squeezing that big black box in. So, turn the case around. Right at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it slides in that way. And then screws in at the back.
So many dirty jokes to be made.
Yeah, you may have to move those cables. Like, you should be able to take those cables out completely.
Yeah, there's a handy dandy little bit of wood there.
Okay, yeah, fan facing down, yeah? On the power supply, there's a fan on the bottom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it can.
Added in ways of plug facing up.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not plug facing the right way.
yeah, no. The fan is an intake fan, so it can go either way. The advantage of facing down is that it makes it separate from the computer, right? So if the computer getting really hot, the power supply won't. Disadvantage is dust, but the case has a dust filter specifically for that, which should slide off the bottom. And then yeah, there should be 4 screw holes and 4 screws to hold the power supply in place.
This isn't technically the first time I've done this. I had to take the computer apart and put it back together in college.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you'd never. I thought other than a couple of hard drives.
No, I did do it once. But never built my own PC, just kind of took one apart and put it back together.
Oh, fair enough.
All screws are standardized. This screwdriver will work just.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, good.
No, they're roughly the same size, but there's this great thing where because the standards of computers are as dodgy as they are, like there are some screws that are imperial and some that are metric.
Fantastic.
Okay. You see that brown... No. Do you see that brown box? See where the power supply is? And then you've got your cables, and then ahead of that there's a cage.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So if you squeeze those two handles and pull that out, that's your hard drive bracket. So we'll put the hard drive in there.
Accessories box.
And that's your accessories box, which is going to have all your motherboard and hard drive screws. There should be two clips at the side. Yeah, there's two sets there. But if you look at your hard drive bracket, because I think we'll do that next, is mount the hard drive. It should line up, dude. There are two trays there, so just make sure it's in the right tray.
That line or that line? This might be why I don't do this sort of thing very often.
Yeah. Don't. If you have to force it, it's wrong.
Yes, I'm aware. No.
Okay, the sides flip open. Right?
Yeah, it'll take the little things out.
Yeah, it should just like that. Because it's toolless, right? So you put your hard drive in there and then close those things, and that should line up with the hard drive screw holes. Touch a radiator.
Stephen, I'm in the middle of a very large room. This will be fine.
Okay.
Welcome, so feel free to make rude comments.
I'll tell you if they do. Okay, so plugs should be facing outward. No, other way is outward.
So, no, toward inside the computer, not towards outside the computer.
No, towards outside the computer.
As in towards me here,
Yes,
on this side.
yes, because you're going to run cables back through the cable holes. So what you have is all your cable management on this side, so it won't be in the main compartment.
Okay.
And then those just clip closed, and then that should just slide in.
There we go, that one worked.
Yeah.
Maybe now this one will work as well. Because the solid state thing goes
Yes.
on the inside.
Oh no, you see just above the power supply, those two brackets? Up those. If you pull those up, it should unclip, and then you screw your solid state into that.
So many rejects.
Yeah, no, to be fair, it's kind of the thing with
It started with floppies and hard drives.
yes.
Floppy disks and hard disks, and now it's screwing in solid states.
That little plastic bracket you don't need. It's for like laptop adaptation and things like that. And then the screws should go in the side. Inside the accessories box, you'll find a bag of screws.
And cable ties.
Yes. The screws, I believe that the screws are all the same. But some of those screws are going to be for the motherboard and some are going to be for...
Oh no, not even nearly all the same.
Oh yeah, no, there's also going to be power supply screws in there. And there might be some spare thumb screws as well. I've actually got...
Let's put them all in there.
Let me have a look here.
So,
You should have 26 that are all the same. Yeah, that's the one. And then you have...
is it worth doing all four? Does this thing vibrate?
No, it doesn't, but it's worth having them just so it doesn't slip out. Again, it doesn't have to be tight, just finger tight.
Yeah, but you remember that I have hands that don't work very well.
Yeah, now I know.
It's fine, motor function a little tricky.
Which is going to make the 1970s front panel connectors are going to be fun.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like the idea of working in a small case, because if I've got to do small fiddly things, my hand shakes.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And, just to make things even more fun, the more I do small fiddly things, the worse they shake over time.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, it's like they wear out very, very quickly. So that's also fun and exciting.
Have you thought about reducing your amphetamine intake?
No.
Okay.
There's one that just doesn't want to play nicely with the other kids.
Yes.
It's just not an American high school. You will be left out. You will not get a trophy just for participating.
There's been a lot of backlash about that participation trophy idea recently.
Pointing up? Through here?
No, the wires will come through the side there, so it should be fine either way. Obviously, you want it to match the same thing so it doesn't slip off.
No, then pointing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, participation trophies are a really, really bad idea.
But also that, like, they complain because it's like, oh, this generation doesn't know anything because of participation trophies. And it's like, no, that was the fucking baby boomers that did those. It wasn't the kids who were demanding participation trophies.
That was the parents.
Yeah. Okay. So those what you're looking at right now, those are the front panel connectors, and they are fun. So we'll be doing those later.
Bizarre.
I think.
Will I be connecting the hard drives?
Again, no. We can do all the cables at once afterwards. I think for now we're done with the case, so you can put it to one side, and we'll come back to it in a bit. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let's start with the motherboard.
Hooray! This is the MSI Tomahawk.
350B.
Which came with a free copy of Doom.
No, graphics card. Oh, yes, Lord, before we forget. I/O shield. That thing at the top there?
Yeah.
That needs to go in the case now, before we forget. Because that's one of the things that people forget, and if you install your motherboard before putting in the I/O shield, you're in for a bad time. Put it on top of the box. Best place to work on the motherboard is you literally just close up the box and work on it on top of it.
Alright. Okay.
Okay, so you see that big rectangular gap in the back of the case there?
No.
Next to the fan. Yeah, I/O shield goes there from the inside. Make sure it's the right way up so that the headphone jacks, you see the round circles for the headphones, should be towards the ground.
Be the way that you can read it.
I've never assumed that they're as clever as that. Yeah, but that is the right way up. And then that should pop in. Just a warning, the I/O shield craves human blood.
Oh, that's good to know.
People tend to cut themselves on this fucking piece.
Well, this brings me to the advantage of my wrecked and broken body is I can't feel this hand.
Oh, that's good.
There we go.
Excellent. Yeah, now that sounds like it's gone in properly.
No guts.
Yay!
Closing the box.
Excellent. You need to take it out of its bag. This is where the static thing comes in, and we hope that you're not.
That is pretty.
That is very nice. Whew. Okay.
It's just heat sinks.
Yeah, that's for the VRMs. Socket. Yeah. That goes up, and now we put the CPU in there. So let's get the CPU out of its box.
This is the big fancy that brand new, came out yesterday. Not everybody got one, but I managed to.
Yep. And should be the cooler in here as well, which very few people got.
Yeah.
Oh, because only the 1700 comes with a stock cooler. There are going to be stock coolers for the other ones later, but at the moment it's just that one.
You just color, or do you have something in you? No, you're just. So, this would be the CPU.
Yes.
They are just as small and terrifying as I remember them, which is creepy because they're so much more powerful now than they were last time I did this.
Yeah. And you should get a nice little sticker in there as well that you can put on the front of your case. Don't. Yeah. Okay, so now with the CPU, try and only touch the sides.
Yeah.
The pins are delicate-ish. They're not super delicate, but like you can bend the pins and you really don't want to do that. And you don't want to get the top greasy either. So now on the CPU, there should be a golden triangle in one corner. On the CPU itself, one of them should have a golden triangle. It might be covered up by your finger. Like on the green bit.
Ah, yeah, here, okay.
Okay. And now on the motherboard, I think it's facing towards the I/O.
Yeah, I see. There's a triangle notch.
Yeah. And then that should just drop straight in. And then you just close the... And your CPU is installed.
Marvelous.
We might as well put the cooler on there, as you've got that in hand. Now, this is the first time I've actually seen one of these, so I was convinced, like when leaked photos of this thing came out, I was convinced it was a hoax, because I didn't for a second buy... Oh, that's for the RGB. The top lights up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I didn't for a second believe... Yeah, it's got paste on it, so don't touch the paste, and don't put it paste down. First things first, we've got to remove the bracket on the motherboard. So just put the CPU down on its fan, it'll be fine.
This is the really, expensive bracket that they tell you to just throw away.
Well, not expensive, but it's the bracket that they've been... Yeah.
Won't be the first idiot who's tried to build a computer and marginally failed.
Yeah, just try not to jab the motherboard with anything like that.
Don't have hands that work.
It's fine. Just don't rush and don't push down too hard.
I'm not pushing down at all.
No, that's good. Yeah, I was convinced that that it wasn't genuine when I saw the leaks for this this cooler, because I was like, why in the hell would AMD make a new CPU cooler that doesn't use the bracket that we know the motherboards all have, because we'd seen pictures of the motherboards. So I was like, no, someone's mocked this up in Photoshop, there's no way this is real. Turns out I was wrong. And maybe I shouldn't have yelled at those people I'd known.
I find it's best you never really yell at people online.
No, I'm not that mean. But I definitely expressed concerns about the legitimacy of that particular leak. But from what I hear, it's a decent cooler. The other one that will be coming later and will come with the higher, with the X CPUs,
Yeah.
is a beast of a cooler. But
Cooler.
But apparently this one's actually decent. Certainly better than the Intel one that hasn't changed in bloody 15 years. So yeah, those 4 pins match up, or 4 screws should match up to the holes in that plate. And then, okay, yeah, I don't know which way you want the AMD symbol to be. Up to you, really. Yeah.
It seems to almost line up.
And then the screws, I believe, are sprung.
Okay, what does that mean?
So you screw down as far as they'll go, and then the spring is what'll hold it in place. Like, it'll reach a point where it kind of, there's only so many threads inside the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't screw down further. So you screw it down as far as it'll go. Don't like force it, but it'll stop at a point, and then the spring will be what holds it down. Also, try and go in a cross pattern so that it gets even pressure across the CPU.
Okay. This one isn't lined up, is the problem. Yeah, so it's not lined up on this side with the mounting.
It should just need sort of twiddling. If you have to unscrew those ones and just get them all.
James Newell says my PC build needs more go fast something. Needs more.
Well, it's got lots of RGB, which is the new hotness. Everyone knows that RGB makes it go faster. You know, you need the blinking lights and stuff.
I've got racing stripes on the motherboard. What do you want?
Yeah, the motherboard's got some red lines all over it that light up. And then the ring around the cooler lights up, so fancy. Oh, and the front of your case has got RGB on it.
What's RGB actually stand for?
Red, green, blue.
Jesus, original. So dynamic. So
Yeah.
thought out.
Well, it's because of the.
Mainstream.
No, it's because it's three. It's like 3 little LEDs in one that are those 3 colors, and then it can run them at different frequencies, so it can do several hundred different color variations.
I think this is one of those things. This is like one of the only things in the computer that actually needs to be secured properly.
Yeah. Everything else is fairly simple clips. You don't want you certainly don't want it falling off, but it needs to be held down firmly enough that there's no gaps, no air gaps between the CPU and the powers and the heatsink. And that's what the paste is for as well. The paste is to fill in gaps.
It's something gel. Crystal gel.
No. TIM. Thermal interface material. And they make them out of loads of different things, but Usually it's just like a metallic paste.
James, why aren't you commenting in chat like other people?
I don't think he signed up to Twitch.
No. How many people are watching? 2?
Well, there's one person in chat and James, so yeah. I don't know how many other people are watching that aren't signed into Twitch, though. Because I can only see... I'm only seeing what chat is...
laying down.
Yeah, what chat is telling me. Those all in their holes correctly now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Oh, and Mark is watching. No, this one is still being a complete tool. Why though?
What happens if you try and just wiggle the plate at the bottom? Like, is it not lined up at the bottom? Yeah, that shining straight at the camera is...
Yeah, well, camera can deal with it for a second.
Okay. I gotta say, this is one of the things that I've noticed, especially like the Intel stock cooler is a nightmare for this, where you'll get 3 of them go in and then the last one is just refusing.
I want to push, but I kind of need to push. This is one of those like vitally important things.
Relatively important. Like I said, it has to be on there and it has to be even, but if it's really not, if the screw's not going in but the rest of the thing is secure and isn't unbalanced, right? So it's not like the reason it's not going in is because the one side is tightened down and it's just not... Do you want to try taking the other 3 out and getting that one in properly first?
Yeah, fuck's sake.
It's okay. This is the kind of thing that happens. Some cooler attachment I've encountered is really a nightmare.
What was that, Barry?
Just that some different cooler things can be a nightmare to attach. Where you've got, you're kind of trying to get screws in, but the screws are underneath the fans and shit like that.
No.
It's one of the things that they haven't actually standardized properly yet, where is attaching the cooler to the CPU. I mean, as an example, the fact that AMD have this bracket, and then for this cooler they just, the instruction is remove bracket and throw away.
Yeah. Would it be a bad idea to do this with a drill?
Yes! There's a video online of someone trying to drill a hole through their motherboard to make a cooler fit. It does not go well.
I don't mean drill holes and things, I mean...
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Drill screwdriver.
Yeah, don't... I wouldn't recommend that.
3. Who wants to take bets? I get this one in and then none of the other 3 want to go. Okay. You are now so far out that you can't even reach. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's like the idea is that you get them all started and then you tighten them a little bit at a time and go in a cross pattern to try and keep it even.
That is what I was trying to do last
Yeah,
time.
no, I know. I saw.
Ew. Aha.
Excellent.
Do you think, like, there's some poor dude at AMD whose job is to watch shit like this so that they can see where the problems are? His whole life is like Barry the intern whose job is to watch unboxing videos and installation videos and see.
Well, they definitely keep an eye on like the reviewers and stuff, including the YouTube reviewers. And the YouTube reviewers very much do things like this. Some of them with not much more, professionalism.
Yeah, I know. I encountered a word that I'm not super happy with, which is booktuber.
Oh, really? No, that's not good. Sounds like a kind of potato.
Booktuber are people who review books on YouTube.
Okay. Well, technically, once this goes up on YouTube, we'll be tech tubers.
Hooray! Okay, I believe we are go.
Excellent. There should be a fan cable coming off the fan. Yes. Now, next
If I screw this too long, do I crack the chip?
No, that's what the springs are for. It should only go in so far, but definitely don't force it because it is possible.
Shall I just screw until they stop screwing?
Yes. Screw till they stop screwing. Sorry. Screwdriver slips make me stressed.
Perhaps I'm not the person to be doing this.
No, it's fine. You'll be fine.
Broken nerves and all.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. On the far, let's see, it'll be your right-hand side. The other side. There should be a pin that says CPU on it.
Oh, yeah, CPU fan.
And there'll be a bit that sticks up and 2 little lines on your CPU that'll line up.
Yeah. Ta-da!
Excellent. And now that other cable that's next to the knife there, what do the connections on that look like? What does that say? Does it say USB on it?
No.
I have no idea what that cable is. Is there an instruction manual that comes with it? Because I suspect that's the cable for the RGB. and I think it'll be going to a USB header.
No. Well, we've got 4 pins.
Oh, that's Molex.
I'm going to whatever the hell this tiny little thing is.
The tiny little thing probably goes into the into the cooler, and the other end goes into Molex. I would say put that to one side for now.
Where into the cooler, though?
Oh, fuck if I know. Let me just Google this.
Wait. I think I found it.
Okay.
We're here. Gentlemen, if either of you want to bring me beer, because I don't have any in the house. Obviously, is an organizational failure on my part, but you know. Martin. Jesus, why is everything tiny pins?
Everything is tiny pins. I'm surprised that that's Molex though, but so be it.
Molex.
A very ancient power thing. I'm pretty sure you'll have Molex on your power supply, but I'm surprised that it needs it. But I'm guessing that that's what powers the light.
I think I had Molex once. I had to take antibiotics to get rid of it.
Okay.
I think I legitimately pushed one of the pins out. Well, that's in there as best as I can get it in there.
Okay.
Let's grab the piece of raw iron.
Yeah,
There's a thing there called system fan 1.
No, that's for the case. No, the Molex is going to plug into the power supply.
Okay.
So we'll leave that for...
2 pump. Okay, so we'll
Yeah.
leave this for Justin.
Yes. RAM next.
We have the Elite Plus range. Nice.
That's a good noise. Again, don't touch the pins. This is a 16 gig kit, 2x8, DDR4 2400.
It's thicker than I remember it being.
It's changed. Okay, you have a notch in the RAM on the pin side that'll line up with a notch on the thing, and it'll be the furthest out, and then not the next one, but the next one. So closest to you will be the first one. Make sure both side things are down if it is. And then that should line up and slide in. And there should be a very satisfying click once it goes in. There we go.
And then you skip one.
Yeah, skip one and then it's the next one.
How freaky is it watching me shake like a motherfucker while I try and do all of this?
Very, very upsetting. And I know what's coming next. Excellent. Okay.
What's this?
Hard drive cables.
Okay. Right. What's next?
Put the motherboard into the case.
Not the graphics card?
No, we'll do that once the... Because it connects... The graphics card screws into the case.
Okay.
Okay, now motherboard standoffs should be pre-installed. So little hex pins.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and so there should be 9 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so line up your I/O with the I/O shield. And what I find is easiest is if you sort of tip it at a 45-degree angle and sort of I/O first to get it to line up with the holes. Yeah, getting it to line up with the I/O can be a bit of a pain and sometimes requires a little bit of force.
For those watching at home, here's one I didn't prepare earlier. I'm sorry that my head's probably in the way.
It's okay, I can...
No idea what just happened to my phone. What the hell is poking it there?
Yeah, there are sometimes little pins and stuff, like little metal flaps that you have to get the things under.
Right.
Is that in?
No.
Yeah.
It was a sarcastic hooray at the idea of having to get my things under metal flaps.
Yes. That's why you need to kind of go in at a 45-degree angle and then tip it so that it sort of goes in under the flaps and then lifts up.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm holding the PC by, or the motherboard by.
You're holding it by the big metal bracket. It's fine.
No, by the power by the
Fan.
CPU. What do I do with the ones that, like, there are pins in the middle, but then there's nothing for it to slide in under? There's just...
What do you mean? It should...
cable.
Recently saw a guy, a tech guy, a YouTuber, build a system, and he put it on, and he said he switched it on and he couldn't work out what was going on. And he put a picture on Twitter of what had happened, and there was a BIOS reset switch on the back of the motherboard.
Yeah.
And when installing it in this bit, he'd got a cable caught between the I/O shield and the back and that switch, so it was forcing the switch down.
Uh-huh.
That looks better.
I don't know, like, it doesn't look right.
What do you mean? Just lift your head quickly? Oh no, it seems it pretty much looks like they're all just about lined up.
See the problem?
Yeah, that one, it does seem to be slightly too high. Might have to, if there's a little metal flap on that bit, you may have to take the motherboard out and then just fold the flap up on the I/O shield.
Sure.
I know some people who literally just take the I/O shield and cut all those little fucking metal flaps off. Just take a side cutter and just go clip, clip, clip.
Not gonna lie, tempting with them.
But what I've had to do in the past is you just sort of manually fold the damn thing up. Oh, I've also encountered...
It's not supposed to like sit flush?
It should just about, but it's kind of pressed together. The idea is that the springs are pushing it away so that you have to force it closer so that it holds everything in place.
Alright. But fuck it.
So long as none of those tabs, just make sure that none of those metal tabs are sitting inside any of the USBs or something like that. Because I've seen USBs short out because of it.
Inside, no. Yeah, I'll stare at the top of my head and be damned.
Also, it's possible, I've seen pictures of people who've, while playing with the I/O shield, have gotten one of those metal tabs to slide in under their fingernail.
I bet that's fun.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we are here.
Yeah, no, those all look fine. They seem to be lined up. There's nothing massively out of the way. It'll tighten up once you put the screws in.
Cool.
So that's the next mission. This is a new angle.
Which screws do we use?
The same ones that you use for the hard drive.
Let me figure out what my phone was doing and why it stopped doing lights. Cool. Since you can't really see into the computer anyway. Really? These ones? Tiny, 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 tiny little ones?
Tiny thing, yeah, with the rim on the outside. Those are the ones.
Mm-hmm. Fine, be that way. Now I can see you.
Why is your phone not lighting?
Oh, I think it just switches off after a while because the battery's a little bit low.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the fiddly screws are this bit, and then after that we'll do cabling, which some of that's going to be a little bit tricky. Yeah, it's some of the case stuff with computers like hasn't changed since the 70s. So you have like pins and strange screws that don't match other screws, and
is it important to get all of them in?
the more the better.
There's one that I might not be able to do.
Why not? Oh no, to be fair, if it's sitting in a corner, I understand your pain. And I have absolutely built computers where I've left out the one in the top corner because it's just like, not a fuck can I get my hand in there.
It's not just that, it's also, yeah, just between some ports and some plugs in the corner, and also screws not actually going in properly. Is it supposed to bend?
Which bit?
Motherboard.
No, not really.
We're in Houston.
A magnetic screwdriver helps for this bit.
You can imagine. I do not have one of those.
No.
Although, let me tell you, crossbar screwdriver, super useful.
Mm.
We're back to not needing things to be tight, right? It just needs to be in.
Yeah, it needs to be finger tight, but not. You know, don't force it. Just tighten it till it stops moving.
Finger tight. Try not to force it. Wise words.
The innuendo involved in computer building is strong.
Yeah, innuendo. Finger tight.
If this isn't going to help that, you can show them your new RGB fan.
And explain to them what RGB is.
Don't do that.
Walk them to the door.
Yeah.
Have a nice night. Thanks for coming around. You didn't even stay for your coffee. I've done that once. Invited somebody up for coffee and then made them coffee. They were so confused.
Okay. I can imagine. How are you getting on?
You know, getting there. There are two that still need to be attempted, but I'm just securing the others first,
Okay.
so that there's not so much bounce.
Yeah, they should tighten enough to hold everything still without squishing it.
Yeah. Made in China. Thanks, punk. I kind of want the Trump thing to start like with Elvis, you know, like I have Elvis's two-headed love child kind of thing.
Oh yeah. That'll be fun and exciting. To be fair, the real stories are scary enough.
Mm. Have you seen those promote your country Trump videos?
No, I haven't.
You heard of them?
No.
Started, I think, in the Netherlands. They did a promoting the Netherlands to Donald Trump.
Oh, I think I did see the Netherlands one. Yeah, I saw that one. I think I saw it on.
We've got a, you know, we've got a whole ocean between us and Mexico.
You know, I heard about one of those.
South Africa did one.
Oh, good. I'm pleased.
And it's as like many of the others, except for the end, which made me fucking crack up when it goes, so we know It's America first, but let's say South Africa second. So come on, Donald, come and visit us. Here is a handy map if you get lost. And he showed a picture of Australia and he said, South Africa.
Nice.
Fucking send them to Australia. We don't want them here.
Have you heard about what Nintendo has done with the Switch cartridges?
Cartridges.
Yeah, it's for a start, the Switch cartridges are literally just little flash cards,
Okay.
teeny weeny little things. But of course, they're this is a kid's toy, and those things are a potential choking hazard. So, in order to discourage kids putting them in their mouth, they've added a coating of the super bitter coating on it, so
Which
that
of course is just going to promote adults to put it in their mouth.
Yeah.
To find out how bad it really tastes.
so as a result, everyone has been licking their licking their Switch games.
You know what this is going to lead to? Different flavors. I got Zelda and strawberry. Cool, I got lemon and lime.
That's absolutely the kind of thing that Nintendo would do, and they'd have like super rare flavors as well. Like there are only going to be 300 of one particular one to create a scarcity.
Get the new Pokemon in the flavor of your favorite Pokemon. You ever wondered what Pikachu tastes like? Now you can tell. Pikachu roasted with pomegranates and panties. All my friends here are still horrified that I've never actually played a Zelda game.
That's a pity. I've got the first two.
I'm sure I've got them somewhere. I've got all the emulators rife across multiple hard drives.
Oh no, I got them with because I got that the Nintendo Mini thing, which is really cool. I was sitting playing it the other day. It was actually good fun.
Well, the reason he's called Smash Shiv Berlin is because a bunch of my friends are big into the Smash Brothers. Is it Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Scene.
Yes.
But like the original, so they meet up.
Is that N64?
Gentlemen, if you're still watching and or listening, feel free to chime in at this point. But I think so. Right, I think I've got all 9 screws at least in.
Excellent. Let's do the front I/O, because that's going to be the fiddliest bit, and it's going to be harder once other stuff is in the way.
Sure. Why not? I/O. I believe I'm not getting a CD-ROM for this.
It's not even got a CD-ROM slot.
CD-ROM? It wouldn't even be CD-ROM anyway.
No.
DVD.
Yeah.
I can't actually see that, so I'm going to stop doing that now. Okay.
Yeah, because you kind of don't get software on disk anymore.
Seriously,
And like,
I was wandering around, it's happened today, and
And
they
if-
sell PC games all the time.
but if you buy a Blu-ray, you get a download code with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you turn it around, there's going to be some cables.
All of the cables.
Okie dokie, so we're going to have to start making sense of these cables.
Okay.
I think that's probably fine where it is.
I know, but, okay. It's fun to play.
Yes. Okay, so what you're looking for is that bunch of cables, right? Yeah, and you'll need to start shoving stuff through there. Okay, first of all, we can connect. You see that thing lying in the middle of nowhere there that you just touched? Let's connect that up to the power supply. No, there's cables coming out of the back of the power supply.
There's the monkey.
Might be easier if you just sort of splay those cables out a bit so you can see what you're working with.
That's the plan, but I first got to unbundle them.
Yes. Now this is the bit that's going to be a little bit difficult to describe because I'm going to have to sort of tell you what the damn cables look like and you're going to have to work it out from there. You should have a stack that's call themselves SATA cables.
Like these?
Yes. One of them, you need a connector each for, one of them's going to go into there. There should be a little L-shaped bit to tell you which is the right way around.
Presume the way it fits is the pins towards pins.
Well, yeah, but if you look, there'll be a sort of a notch that makes it look like an L shape when you look straight at it.
Oh, yeah. Goddamn. Nintendo did not prepare me for this. There we go.
And then you're going to need to plug one of those into the back of the SATA cable. Oh, there's your Molex. Right in your hand. No. Yeah. See the bit at the end there? That you're holding. Those are Molex.
Okay.
So one of those is going to have to plug into the. I'd run the cable from the CPU back rather than run one of these through. Sort of keep as much of the cables in the back here as possible.
How exactly do you think this goes into this, Dean?
Oh shit, so that's not Molex. So what the hell is that?
Maybe it just connects to one of like the fan power systems.
Yeah, but fans are either going to be 4-pin,
Which this is.
4 very small pins. You know, like where the pin that are already connected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, do you know what that might be? That might connect to an RGB header. That fucking makes sense.
Does it?
I don't know. I don't goddamn know. I don't know what that thing is, and I can't find a manual online to tell me.
Okay.
I think it's to power the goddamn RGB, but I don't know. It might just be... See, I would have thought... Is it square? Has it got 8 little holes in it? Or 7 little holes in a space? See, that looks like 4 round things that I don't know what the hell those are.
Holes.
Yeah, for what?
I presume pins.
Yeah. See, that's why I thought it was Molex, because Molex is 4 pins. But... No, it is. But they're big chunky pins. Which it's not, because they're completely the wrong size.
Okay, moving along.
Okay. SATA to the back of the SSD. If it's tight, you know, you've got another one as well, so... Also, it doesn't matter if the cables are a little bit tight so long as they don't move.
Yeah, that seems to be in there.
Okay. And now you should have another whole different SATA connection. Yeah, plug that into the back of the hard drive.
No, I know you guys don't live that far away. I was only slightly kidding about the beer. In that I wasn't kidding at all.
Okay. Now you're going to have to start running those cables into the main box. There should be a big square blue one. No, from the case. So that bundle of case cables. Yes, square blue one. Yeah, that's the one. Maybe undo the thing, and you can kind of get a bit more.
Yeah. Shall I run cables, then I'll flip it around?
Yeah. And then there should be some little more from the case. I think it'll be in that bundle that have little square ends on them. One will say like PW LED. No, it'll say like HDD LED.
Reset.
Yep, that's the one. Reset switch.
LED.
Yeah, and power switch.
Yeah.
Okay, those three need to be slid into your...
Have you ever watched The Fly?
Oh, a very long time ago. I watched the 1980s Fly, and I think I watched it in the 1980s.
Yeah, that would be The Fly I was talking about. I have not. Okay. Anything else?
For now, that'll be it. We'll have to do power supply plugs first, but let's actually get these plugged into the motherboard now.
There's a headphone jack in the case.
Yeah, that's what we're plugging in now. Ooh, there should be, just on that subject, there should also be one that says HD audio.
Yeah, I put all three. There was.
Okay.
I said something like that.
Yeah.
This says nothing.
What does it look like?
3 pin or 4 3 pins. Intended to have 3 pins put in it.
Oh, that'll be the fan.
So those all need to go through.
Yeah, that'll need to go through as well.
Oh.
Okay, flip it around. It might be easier to lay it flat.
There are so many things that might be easier than this, but it's not the show, is it?
Okay. Big blue one should be fairly easy.
It's big, it's blue, and it goes.
There should be a slot on the motherboard that says USB 3 on it. It'll be a black bracket.
Here.
I just want to pull up a picture of this motherboard.
JUSB 4.
That could be it. It's got lots of little pins in it.
Yeah. And more importantly, it's the same shape as the plug, only the opposite.
And there should be a notch in the one side
Yes.
that lines up.
For fuck's sake. There we go. Okay.
Okay. Now, the where'd you go?
I'm here.
Okay. The ones that says power switch, HD LED, and reset switch.
Yeah.
You're going to need to dig out your motherboard manual for this, because it'll be easier for you to see it than me to explain it to you. There should be, that'll be an RGB header.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm with you. Motherboard. Pins in 2 sets of.
It's right. Like I said, this is useful for the motherboard. To have the motherboard manual up.
Ow!
It should be right in the bottom corner. And it's a stack of it's 4 and then 5 pins.
Yeah, it says. See, now this is just 3.
Yeah, it's because there's no LED, no power LED, because that's all controlled through the USB thing.
So it's the this one, so it's this one. So now, does it really matter which order they go in?
Yes. Yes, it does. At the front, like okay, it's 4 and then 5 pins next to each other.
Yes, I can see it. I know what it is.
The first 2 of the 4 is the first 2 of the 4 is the power LED, so you won't be using that. So the first 2 of the 5 is where the HD LED goes.
Okay, and then the next 2 will be the power switch.
Yes. And does it have positive and negative markings on there?
No. White and black?
White and black. White should be the second pin in, and black is the outside pin.
No.
No, on the cable, right? I'm telling you which.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so power supply is black and black.
The power switch doesn't make a difference which way up it is, because that's just closing a circuit. But the LED switch does make a difference.
Okay, so this needs to just match up with the colors. That's easy enough to do.
Yeah, white should be the inside one and black should be the outside one.
Yeah, except that's not how it's printed on the motherboard.
Well, it should be.
The gray wire should go to the white square, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the power switch, reset switch is next in line, and then power switch is opposite it.
Okay. Except reset switch also has black and gray.
Yeah. So
just plug it in so that they match.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Positive and negative doesn't matter because it's just closing a circuit. With the LED, positive and negative does matter, just in that if it's the wrong way around, the light won't come on.
Then why is it different color wires?
Because it is still a positive and a negative,
Okay.
but being inverted doesn't matter. It's to confuse us, really.
It's a bit like Top Gun.
Yeah.
They were inverted. They're there to confuse us. Suppose if I do it like. Wow.
And then, yeah, power switch should be the only one at the top row.
Okay.
And then there should be 2 spare pins on the top row. So the first, and 1 on the bottom.
Right.
This is my worst bit. I hate doing this bit.
That's monkey number 1 and monkey number 2. Reed's booked his tickets. He's going to be there for like 2 weeks while I'm there.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
Uh,
Okay, do you have a fan cable that we've just found?
this one?
Yes. There should be a port near there that's a fan. So it's a system fan.
Pins.
Yeah, no, it'll be 4 pins on the motherboard. It's because you get 2 different kinds of fans.
Okay.
A 3-pin fan will be
System fan 4.
yeah. A 3-pin fan isn't variable, and then a 4-pin fan is. The 4th pin is like a rev counter. So the motherboard can read the revs of the fan, whereas...
Where's the next goes?
Okay, so what's that one in your hand?
Also a fan thing.
That's odd. Why are they... Oh, I guess it must have run all the way along the top and then in.
There are 2 fans.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that it's run all the way back there and then down. There should be...
I'll lug it in through here and then put it into one of these ones.
Yeah.
System fan 3.
Yep.
Come on, motherfucker. Right.
Okay. HD audio.
What about it?
Is there a cable anywhere marked HD audio? It should have been in with the bunch that you've just had.
Yes.
Okay, that needs to go... it plugs in sort of right by the audio jacks.
Up at the top.
No, at the bottom, I think. Just trying
Audio
to...
jacks are here.
No, on the motherboard.
Oh, on the motherboard. Look at the ones attached to the case.
You know, what you're doing, that's what you're plugging in. Oh, no, I see where it is. Bottom corner. Yeah. And then again, there should be 2 sets of 5 with 1 missing.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
And that's the headphone and mic jack on the front of the case that you've plugged in.
Cool.
Let's run the SATA cables. In the motherboard box, there are 2 cables.
Sure about that?
Pretty sure you showed them to me, and I told you to put them back in the box. It's a bag with 2 cables in it that you pulled out when you pulled out the motherboard.
Yeah. It's here somewhere.
Them's the ones. Okay, so there should be SATA ports. They're pointed all over the place by the looks of it. There are 2 pointing upward next to the MSI badge, and then 2 pointing forward next to the just below them.
Say what?
2 pointing up and 2 pointing forward.
These 2.
Yes.
So that's not 3 and 4.
I think you want to use 1 and 2 really, but it doesn't really make a difference. It's just that Windows sometimes... Actually saying that, ignore me, because they've apparently fixed that bug. The one where it's really important that you start with SATA 1, but... they should...
The other 2.
Directly below it, but pointing sideways.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you'll need to plug those in and then run those back through. Again, they're sort of L-shaped.
Yes.
You might also have a right angle cable. Yeah, the right angle cable you need to work out what you're fucking doing with, because I always find them annoying as shit to work with, because it always seems to be pointing in the wrong damn direction.
I get it, because it would feed through. So you do like that.
So long as the L is the right way around. Okay, then if it's gone in like that, that's absolutely perfect. Finally, someone with some sense making a motherboard. Because I've got a motherboard in here where the way the damn things are laid out, no matter how you plug that thing in, it's always covering one of the ports.
That blows.
Yeah.
You're around here. Don't pull on that cable, my friend. It's not the kind of worms you wish to open. Come on. Come on. There we go.
And then, yeah, one of those each is going to go into the back of the hard drive and the SSD.
Alrighty.
I like that as we've moved forward with technology, storage medium are getting firmer. You know, floppy disks, stiffy disks, hard disks, solid disks.
You know, as geeks get cooler. Click, click, clickety clack.
Okay, power supply. Let's start plugging the motherboard into the power supply. There are going to be 3 cables that you're looking for here coming out of the back of the power supply. One will say CPU and it'll consist of 2 4-pin parts. That's the one. If that can fit, if there's a hole at the top of the motherboard for that to fit through, like right at the top edge, I don't know if there is a space for it there. But that's where that needs to go, because it plugs in. It plugs in right at the top corner of the motherboard. You see where that plugs in? Right by the I/O. In between those 2 heat blocks on the motherboard.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So those plug in there.
Does it matter? As long as they're plugged in?
It should only go in one way. So they like join together and there's a clip on the side and there's a little ridge. The clip should be facing towards like the motherboard, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it doesn't need to have give so long as it's not moving.
Most nights I'm up there and not.
Yeah.
Medusa trying to do her hair in the morning.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the advantages of a modular one is that you can kind of work with the cables as you need them rather than just having that big bundle there. So it looks neater, but you're also paying for the privilege. Like the modular version of your power supply costs like 40 quid more.
And then I'll flip the thing around.
Okay. 24 pin should be broken down into a 20 and 4. It's the big wide one. Yeah, that'll want to go through the bottom of the 2. Oh no, top of the two grommets.
Yeah. Alright, grommets. Now successfully been deaf and blind.
Oh, that's useful. I was blind for 6 days.
Yeah, you were born blind, I was born deaf. Thanks, Obama.
And now there should be one last cable that says PCIe on it.
Yep.
That needs to go through at the, well, ideally like right at the bottom, but I don't think there's a space for it, so I think it just needs to go through the bottom grommet. Because that'll connect into the graphics card when we... And that should be 6 and 2.
Yeah. 6 and 2 and 6 and 2. There are 2.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that goes through the bottom there.
Come on. Come on. There we go. Ugh. Oh, let's see what the trouble is. Okay.
Okay, flip her around. Okay, 8-pin is probably the hardest to get in, so you may as well do that first.
This monkey, the blue one.
Yeah. Now they should sort of almost clip together, like there'll be a little overhangy bit so that they fit together, yeah, just like that. And then, the clip should be down.
It doesn't help that I cannot, for the life of me, fucking see.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Clip goes at the top.
Clip goes at the top, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of working with a picture here.
Most of the way.
Yeah, they do need to definitely be all the way in. It's one of those things, like, I've seen people sort of crying with, like, I can't make this thing work, and it's like, oh, you've not plugged that one in properly.
Yeah, we've got click and click.
Excellent. Can do the 24-pin now. Sometimes it's easier if you do the 4, work out which way it goes in, and do the 4 first and then the 20, because that the kind of the 20 bit holds the 4 in. There should be little... And then I think...
You can't see, I don't know how well you can see, but it does have the 4 and 20 and arrows pointing towards each other.
And then, I think...
Like it will fit like this, so...
But just make sure there's going to be space for the clip.
Yeah.
So, is the clip inside or outside?
Outside.
Okay.
So let's do you. Let's do you, fucker. Come on. All the way. There's my... Fuck. I think we've achieved oneness with the universe.
Good. You can probably pull that cable back a little bit so that it's, so sort of through the hole a bit. Just so that it's not sticking up so much.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, that one's for the graphics card, which we'll do in a bit. Let's do the network card first, because that'll be harder to get in once the graphics card is in.
For all my internet needs.
Well, for all your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Yoke, I've been looking at some of the overclock results, and definitely the 1700 looks like the best one for overclocking. Mr. Yoke in chat has said, I got the 1700 with the X370 Gigabyte Gaming 5 and is running 4.0 stable at 3.5 volts.
Cool. Good job. Hello, Mr. Yoke.
Yeah, I've seen some fairly good overclocking results. I must say the 1700X and the 1800X have not been getting as good overclocking results. So realistically, the 1700 looks like the best buy out of the lot, because you're getting matching speeds out of the 1700, and it's sort of £180 cheaper than the 1800X. You'll need to unscrew that bracket at the back of the case.
Yeah, that's what my hand is attempting and failing to do. To me, screwdriver.
Yeah, no, 1.35. From what I've seen, that's quite good. One guy I was chatting to, I think he was 1.4 before he got it stable at 4 gigahertz. So 1.35 is pretty good. Apparently the 1700 is the best binned out of the lot. Everyone expected the 1800 to be the best binned, but because they wanted the 65 watt TDP on the 1700, they're actually some of the best silicon is in the 1700 range.
See if they're about us. Derek Goodchild says, do them AMD chips still run at the same temperature as an erupting volcano?
No, apparently. Well, saying that, the 1800 does. I've seen reports saying the 1800 runs quite hot, but the 1700 is quite cool.
It's commented on a photo on Facebook. So
Yeah, no, I guessed.
I don't know if Mr. Goodchild is watching, but if he is, he's got the answer.
I don't know if he was still there when you were, but he was IT. He's still IT for the company. But he was, you know TJ?
Yes.
He was doing TJ's job before, and now I think he moved over to another part of the company. Not sure where.
We will not be naming. Good enough free advertising.
I try to avoid corporate ties wherever I can.
So they monitor stuff.
No, dude. What are you doing?
That's not how this works.
That's the wrong spot.
How could it possibly be the wrong spot? Oh, God. Let me see now. Oh, balls. Oh, well.
If you look at the back, no, don't, not there first. Look right at the back of the case. There's 2 screws pointing out.
Yeah?
Undo those and slide that bit up.
Oh. Why?
So then you can you slot the thing in through there.
Much more complicated when you used to just rip a small piece of your computer out.
Yeah, this is so that you don't have to do the ripping bit anymore.
So if they don't want me to have any fun.
Yeah,
Does that make this bit easier?
well, it's you wouldn't have been able to get it in otherwise, because it covers where the slot goes. Take the first 3 out while you're at it, because you'll need the second 2 out for the graphics card. And they are thumb screws, so once they're loose, you should just be able to undo them with your fingers.
Yeah. It's that fine motor skills thing again.
I know. It's quite a good looking motherboard. I've got a picture of it up here that I'm...
Suppose I'm not allowed to play copyrighted music, am I?
It would get the YouTube replay muted.
That's a bad thing. Why did I loosen this first?
It's just
well, this is orchestrated drama.
It's just unfortunate that my motherboard hasn't turned up, otherwise I would have had more experience working in this case.
La, 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 la. So, how's unemployment going? Well, first 7 days I spent €2,500. No. And just remember, kids, you can rewatch the magic of this magical build on the YouTubes later. And then I presume I just screw the fucker back in.
Yes.
Well, at least some things haven't changed.
There'll also be a cable in that box.
Yes?
The cable goes from the back of the card to a USB header.
Say that like it means something.
Well, I'll explain once you finish screwing this in. It's for the Bluetooth. Because the
That's really
Bluetooth.
important to me because I have Bluetooth speakers.
Yes.
Speaker.
And Bluetooth Xbox controller,
Yeah, and that.
which you will be able to sync up and use.
Cool.
The Xbox One controllers will sync to any PC Bluetooth thing. Apparently it's really easy.
No.
No, first the cable.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they're the same on both ends. I think they are.
They are.
Okay, then yeah. One end plugs.
It's matched.
One end plugs into the back of the card.
Yep. Yes, I think they're the same.
Are they marked?
USB.
Yeah, no, then they're the same. And then right at the bottom of the card there should be matching pins that say USB on them. Yeah, bottom of the motherboard, bottom edge where we plug the switches in.
Yeah. USBs.
Yeah.
Any of them?
Yeah, there should be two there. Yeah, either of them will be fine, and then just make sure that because there should be a filled-in block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okie dokie. Graphics card.
Right. Turn the lead off. Why isn't anyone bringing me alcohol?
The open bottles of water on your desk, that's just inviting danger.
Yeah. I like to live dangerous.
Fair enough. A good idea with the boxes, as I said, you've got to keep them, but a good idea that I've heard is you sort of put them all back together and pile them inside the case box, so that way you've only got one thing. Very nice.
Yeah, I have a whole attic I plan to put this stuff in. Actually, I have a whole attic and a basement I could put all this stuff in.
Yeah, you don't need it.
I couldn't use it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big and intimidating looking.
Yeah. Don't spin the fans. It's one of the black magic things with computers that might be rubbish, but people tell you it anyway, is that spinning the fan can screw with the sensors.
Because I'm sure they don't spin and transfer. Oh, there it is. Okay, fashion cables.
It's fine for that USB cable to go underneath it, so long as it's, not interfering with the electronics. If it's just sitting under the heatsink there, it's not going to make a difference.
see which I've got the sound away from all of this. How sensitive is this technology?
Pretty sensitive.
Oh, good. Well, it's in.
Excellent. Is it in? Is it in the slot properly?
Yeah.
Is the back of the slot closed?
It's forced open by the card.
It shouldn't be forced open. It should be closed.
No, closed. Yeah, it's all locked in place. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
It's locked into the card.
Okay, good.
Not the same screws.
No, there should be the thumb screws that you just took out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it not underneath the case?
Might be. Take a screwdriver.
It's a good-looking graphics card. I like it, but it's a pity. I mean, we got it because it was on sale, and the white is a little bit like you get white motherboards, which have got like all white shrouds and stuff, which it would look better with. That's kind of what it's for, but to be fair, once there's a big red light sitting in the middle of the case, I don't think it'll make much of a difference.
So you know it's alright because it's all white.
Yeah.
Oh, Puff Girls taught me that.
Yep. I heard a rumor that they were going to do a remake. Don't know if anything came of that.
Be cool. Awesome Brothers and Buttercup kicking ass once again. Once again, the day will be saved. Line this fucking thing back down.
I've just had a message from Ian Horner of Loading Ready Run fame, who I tagged in one of my various tweets promoting this, saying congrats, keep on trying new things.
I am.
Because he's doing he does a stream called
Taylor, right?
yeah Tinker Tailor Solder Fry,
Yeah.
where the moral the motto is ever forward, never learning.
Nice. I've only seen Tinker stuff on like the mail streams.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
'Cause I watch like the videos, but I don't watch the streaming.
Yeah.
I haven't, because obviously I've been at work all day, every day for the last few whiles.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done a couple PC builds on there.
Cool. He had Molly Lewis on there as well.
Yeah.
And Bill.
Ben.
Ben? Is it Ben?
Yes, Molly Lewis's other half is Ben.
Ben. Alright, Ben.
Bill Sled. Bobsled. Whoever.
It's one of the best terrible movies.
I saw an interesting interview with one of the writers recently, where it was all about does it hold up, and they decided that it does actually hold up. That the structurally it's great, and that it does an interesting thing for a sports movie where they don't win in the end.
Yeah.
In like, with the exception of like Rocky, most sports movies they win at the end, but. You know, it's all about achieving. It's not about achieving success. It's about, you know, achieving acceptance.
Yeah, they get respect.
Yeah,
Okay.
US.
Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to plug in. I think it's 8-pin. So the reason why that one's so varied is because different graphics cards have different... A clip should be... Actually, I don't know where the clip should be on it.
That's okay, I can see it.
Okay.
That didn't work. Okay, these fuckers have to go in together.
Yes.
Why not make it one piece?
Because sometimes some graphics cards only need 6. And some need all bloody 16. Okay, let's run through. Hard drive has got 2 cables plugged into it.
Yes.
SSD has 2 cables plugged into it.
Yes.
Light on the front of the case has got a cable plugged into it.
What?
That was the first SATA thing we plugged in. That's the light on the front of the case. Because there's a RGB strip at the bottom of the case.
Okay.
So that's everything at the back.
And we've got processor.
Yep, processor,
I
fan.
figured out where this thing plugs in.
No, I wonder if that doesn't plug into like something stupid like an Aorus or one of a specific USB, not USB, a specific RGB controller.
Oh, like an additional thing I'd plug into this.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be plugged in if I wanted to add accessories.
Yeah, I think that's what it's for. So that like if you had like an RGB system, that would plug into it so that it would then match up to the rest of the system. So like if you had it so that it was doing a strange pattern, it would match the pattern.
Okay, because then I can just take it out.
I think so, yeah. And yeah, just put it aside.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means it won't light up, but we'll find out. That's plugged into the motherboard though, the fan is.
Mm-hmm. Yep, motherboard plugged in here.
Yep. We have RAM,
We have RAM.
network adapter which is plugged in.
This thing.
Yeah, and the cable's plugged in.
Yeah.
Graphics card is there and it's got power.
Yeah.
24-pin is plugged in.
Yes.
8-pin is plugged in.
Yes.
Front panel connectors are all plugged in.
Sure.
I think we are done.
Alrighty. So let's put the panels back on.
There are 2 schools of thought with this.
Ready?
Whether to put the panels on before you power it on or not. Whereby some say it's bad luck to put the panels on because you're going to have to take them off again because if you've done something wrong. And the other is that
Confidence is key.
yeah, that it's a sign of confidence because you don't want to show the computer that you're scared.
We are putting the panels back on.
Okay.
Don't go too far, I need you. I literally just smoosh this stuff in here.
Yeah, you can. Try and push as much of it into the gap next to the power supply as possible. Like the extra power cables should all fit in there. And then you've got those Velcro things obviously that you can stick more cables in, and you've got some cable ties as well if you need to like tie anything down.
Yeah. Jerry a little. Ugh. Anybody still watching at this point? Right.
Yeah. Couple of people.
Alright. You can just get tucked in under there. Sorry.
Yeah, this is cable management of the highest order.
Oh, that'll do, man.
God, I just freaked out because I was like, oh wait, there's this loose cable here? It's like, no, that's my headphone cable, never mind.
I'm the crazy one.
Well, because the headphone cable obviously plugs into the back of my monitor. And it looks like it's coming straight out of the bottom of the case.
Also, this is slightly on the other, different country.
Yeah,
So,
no,
I work.
I'm aware.
You say that. Where are you?
It's not a bad looking case.
No.
Yeah. The second one down, effectively, of the top row of things, that should be the HDMI. Because it's 3 DisplayPort, 1 HDMI, and 1 DVI.
Okay. Well, HDMI is what I've got
Yeah.
plugged in at the minute, so.
Yeah, no, I think your monitor only has HDMI and VGA. Or, yeah, something like that. But HDMI is the one you
more
want.
than one in.
Oh, it's fine.
Like if I mean like if I used both cables for one monitor.
Oh, there's it's got no, it'll be the second from the top. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the monkey.
All
right.
You've got 2 different input sources, so then you can switch it between input sources. And then it'll be like changing a channel, or like on a TV where you've got your source thing.
Okay. Wait for a second.
And you'll need your power supply cable, which should be in the power supply box.
It's actually just on the desk next to me. Just give me a second. Okay, let's take this out of the laptop. Just you're now off screen, so what can you see?
What do you mean? I can see just the back of the
Okay, so
back of the case.
swing you around like that. Give me for a second while I put it around in the background. Power.
Also, there's a switch on the back of the power supply, so if you switch it on and it isn't working, it's probably that.
Yeah, intentionally switch that off.
Yes.
Ow. Funny if this didn't fit. Okay.
Switch should be right on the top. Ooh, we have blinky lights. The AMD logo has lit up, but the ring hasn't.
Okay.
Just show me what the screen's... Point the camera at the screen, please.
We are currently blank on screen.
It can take a little while sometimes. I saw a little red light, which I assume was a reflection. Fans are spinning.
Yeah.
The screen's looking for HDMI.
Which is correct.
Hmm.
Screen switched off again.
Okay, show me the motherboard. Does it have a Dr. Debug anywhere on it? No, it doesn't. Aha! What did it say?
Reboot and select proper boot device.
Excellent. That means it has posted. Posted. It means it works.
Hooray!
That means it's now looking for an operating system, so it means it's posted, so you have successfully built a computer. Woo!
Yay! I'm now going to plug in the operating system.
Okay, yeah. Before you do that,
Yes.
switch it off at the top. Plug in a keyboard.
For those of you at home, I'm wired everywhere I shouldn't be. Works. Why am I plugging in a keyboard?
Because I want to just get into the BIOS. Make sure the first thing you should do is just to, if you go into the BIOS, it tells you the system temperature.
Okay.
And so the first thing you do is you make sure that it's detecting both disk drives and that the temperature is okay. And then once we've done that, we can end the stream because we know it's working and start faffing with the operating system. Because I don't think anyone will be particularly interested in watching a bar.
Keyboard is in. I'm going to switch it back on. Is it still delete?
Yes. So switch it on and mash the delete key.
Ooh. For those of you at home, the keyboard glows orange.
Oh yeah, the keyboard should have a button on it that changes its color as well.
Cool. Hello.
Excellent. CPU temperature 37 degrees, motherboard temperature 24 degrees. That is perfectly fine. It should continue to go up slightly because it actually uses quite a bit of the thing. DDR4 reading 2400, that's correct. CPU speed reading 3 gigahertz, that's correct. It's seeing the right thing. I can see the V core. Just pan the camera down, let's have a look at the disks.
There.
No, that's the CPU.
Do I need to go into storage?
Yes.
Here we go.
Scroll up.
Disable.
Just
Hot plate.
no, that's fine. It's reading both of them, the Kingston and the Seagate. Success. Yeah,
Cool.
perfect. It is working fine. Just, I think what we'll do is we'll say thank you to everyone who's watched. End the stream here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll end the stream here, and I'll put this up for...
And I'm not kidding. If somebody would like to bring me beer. Marco, Michel, all my friends apparently his name start with a name. Anybody else who's watching, you know where I live.
Otherwise, I'll see you at the hotel tonight.
Okay, I'm going to end the stream here. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, bye.